Finding specialized training in a particular field of study can sometimes be challenging in one's home country. Likewise, finding employment upon certification in that field of work can be equally problematic. In 1973, 4 countries within the Caribbean, namely Barbados, Guyana, Jamaica, and Trinidad and Tobago, came together to sign into existence the Treaty of Chaguaramas, named after Chaguaramas in Tobago. The treaty established the Caribbean Community and Common Market CARICOM, later revised to include a Single Market and Economy CSME. It provides for, among other things, economic integration, coordination of foreign policies, and cooperation on a number of areas, including labor and industrial relations among those states. Belize, like other CARICOM countries, signed on thereafter. Our combined understanding allows for the free movement of our people, and each CARICOM country is obliged to assist CARICOM nationals in their pursuit to relocate within the region.
Under the Treaty of Chaguaramas, we are all committed to the free movement of CARICOM nationals, and that would allow a national from any member state to move with a right of entry, the right to establishment, i.e. the right to set up shop, to do his or her trading in the community.
Milson Lotte and Wilner Celeron are Haitian cab drivers who took advantage of the Treaty of Chaguaramas and have made Belize their home for over a decade. You've been a national for how long?
Oh, a long time by Esquivel. Esquivel,
Prime Minister.
Prime Minister.
Okay, we're talking 1984, something like that.
Yeah, a long time.
I don't think Haiti will see you again.
I don't.
To visit?
I don't know. Maybe.
To visit.
Yeah, I say because the Belize a long time. I love Belize. I have a family in Belize.
I have 15 years in Belize, but I stay at Belize because I love it. That's why I stay.
What brought you here?
Well, my friend is bringing me here already, but the demand there, a lot of people want to live over there.
Yeah.
Try and get to another place for living because over there get the West. That's why they have to try to move themselves or save and protect their life.
5 employees of the Harborview branch were slapped with several fraud charges.
Many would remember Kalila Enriquez as a media personality in Belize. Now married, she has also legitimately benefited under the provisions of the treaty. She migrated over a decade ago to Jamaica, where she now owns her own media company. Kalila admits that back then the process was a bit arduous.
CSME definitely facilitated me being able to live and work in Jamaica more easily. So I was able to use my CSME skills certificate to legally gain employment here. But it wasn't as simple as it seemed. They had said that if you have a CSME skill certificate from any country, you can work in any Caribbean country or any CSME member state, CARICOM member state, without having to go through the process. But when I got to Jamaica, I had to apply all over again.
Under the revised Treaty of Chaguaramas in 1989, disallowing CARICOM nationals like Kalila, Milson, and Wilner from migrating to member states without adequate reason can get a CARICOM country in trouble. Such was the case in 2012 when Shanique Myrie, a Jamaican national, filed a lawsuit against Barbados. Myrie alleged that the treatment she was subjected to by border officials upon arrival and subsequent denial of entry into Barbados amounted to a serious breach of her right to free movement under Article 45 of the revised Treaty of Chaguaramas. Myrie also claimed that she was subjected to a cavity search that violated her fundamental rights. The Caribbean Court of Justice presided over the matter and found that Myrie's rights were indeed breached, and Barbados was ordered to compensate Myrie. But there are instances when a country can deny a CARICOM national the right of entry, as Minister of Foreign Affairs Amon Courtney explains.
Where it is in the public interest, public security, public morality, or something like that. That is Article 226 of the treaty. It gives a member state the right to take an action if it feels that it is in the interest of the public. and as defined in Article 226. We have found ourselves, and the Immigration Department monitors countries of interest and the flow of nationals from those countries.
In Belize's case, we have discovered that some CARICOM nationals, particularly from Haiti and Jamaica, have been exploiting the provisions of the treaty, presumably for ulterior reasons. Foreign Minister Courtney says that government has raised the concern with the CARICOM Secretariat.
The issue that arises for us is that when we look at the figures of persons leaving the PJIA or any of the points of exit, we don't see a commensurate number. So if 500 Jamaicans come in and let's say 50 or 100 stay for some reason, we would know that they're applying for work permits, we would know that permanent residence, dependent permits, etc. So we would see that. And then we would look and see, well, how many have left? We don't see that.
Courtney says that immigration statistics have picked up interesting data.
Information is shared with us to show how many of those persons entered Belize a week or two before through the PJIA and have turned up at the southern border of the United States.
The concern is amplified by intelligence gathered on the facilitation of human smuggling activities taking place. Belize has had to introduce a measure against Haitians. They are now required to apply for a visa to enter Belize. And since that measure has been introduced, Courtney says there has not been a single application by a Haitian to enter Belize. The Ministries of Immigration and Tourism are now discussing what measure they will come up with against Jamaicans coming to Belize, and he urges fellow CARICOM nationals to use the treaty within the ambit of the law. Courtney says that meetings would be held with Jamaican authorities as well as with representatives of Copa Airlines to see how the problem can be addressed as it relates to Belize. Reporting for News 5, I'm Marion Ali.